As of Fresh Season 2024, there are 133 weapons in Splatoon 3 sorted through 11 unique weapon classes. There are options for short range, long range, frontline, backline, quickfire, slowfire, carpal tunnel, whatever. No matter your playstyle, there's something for someone somewhere, and that's pretty awesome. But we ain't here to talk about the good and the greats. I want to investigate the bad, the ugly, the downright undesirable. So I took to the streets of Splatsville to ask local residents, what's your least favorite weapon to fight against and why?
Heavy edit Splatling.
Interesting, and why's that?
Because if I even get in range of one of those, it's like I blink and I'm dead.
Oh. What's your least favorite weapon to fight against?
Anytime I see an ink brush user, I instinctively target them in particular.
Oh dang, it's a good thing I'm not an ink brush main, right?
Nozzle nose.
Ooh, that's an uncommon answer. Why's that?
Because for some reason, when I first encountered one in Splatoon 1, I just decided I hated them, along with everyone who even dared to touch them, and for some reason, that stuck.
That's cool. That's a good reason. Yeah. What's your least favorite weapon to fight against?
Them darn tetradoolies.
Explusher! Genuinely, what are you supposed to do against a cracked Stamper player?
Squeezer. Stop tickling, man!
Empery doolies.
I've never even played Splatoon.
I asked a lot of cephalopods this question, and as I conducted these interviews, I noticed that there were 3 weapons in particular that kept being brought up consistently. And that's when I knew my investigation had to go further by I want to see if I can find these fitful weapons in the wild, starting with the 3rd most hated weapon in Splatoon 3. Ooh, main color for good luck. No, dude, how long? This is such an uncommon weapon. It might take a while for us to find this one, but I must do it for research. What? How long have you hated this weapon?
Since the Splatoon 2 days.
And why do you hate it?
Because it can just get you even though you're nowhere near them.
Is it here? It is not. This is gonna be a hard weapon to find, especially because Splat Zones, it's not a Splat Zone's favorite weapon. Where do you see this weapon the most?
Tower control.
I play tower control too much, and I feel like you can just give little Timmy that weapon and a controller, and they would just end up with 15 splats.
What? What? Bro's got Shadow Clone Jutsu, what is going on? What? Hello? What is going Is this weapon so hated that I just cannot get into a match? You know what? It's kind of a strat because the more DCs we have, the more we can try to find the weapon quicker. What? Dog, I got put in baby jail. Anything else you'd like to know about this weapon? If it has 0 haters, then assume I'm dead.
Whenever I see someone using this, I hiss like a cat.
Ah, Greek Zapfish, I don't even have the weapon.
I've always considered it as the most effortless weapon. You need no skill to use it, just hold CR, aim like crazy at your opponents, and you win.
Maybe I'm not good out for these street interviews. Come on, please. Oh, there it is! The 3rd most hated weapon in Splatoon 3 is Clash Blaster. All right, I feel like we have to win this. Like, the Clash Blaster must be defeated. Come here. Got him. I don't care. Didn't ask. Only care about the Clash. Use this. Get out of here. You're stinky. Your mom smells like feet. Not the Zuka. I don't want nothing to do with that. Please leave me alone. Please, no! My most hated special is definitely Zuka. I've been a Zuka hater since day 1 before everybody else hated it. Ouch. Oh, unlucky for you. Unfortunately for me, I was unable to secure the victory against the Clash Blaster. Oh, the pain! And instead would be taking my research further by investigating the 2nd most hated weapon in Splatoon 3, while using the Clash Blaster, you know, to truly commemorate the moment. Now, the 2nd most hated weapon is a bit more common than the Clash Blaster, and you bet your seahorses the locals had a lot to say about it. Why do you hate fighting against this weapon?
Anytime I play against someone using it, it always seems like they have aimbot. Because that stupid range takes no skill, and you get rewarded for no skill.
Boo! Boring playstyle and annoying as all heck to approach. While looking for this weapon, I was doing my best to get comfortable with the Clash Blaster. I only use Clash Blaster for like memes. I don't particularly like despise this weapon. It's definitely annoying, but almost all the weapons that I use outrange it, so it's not really a big problem for me. What is a big problem though is getting sniped halfway across the map. Will we see the 2nd most hated weapon in Splatoon 3? No, we will not, but we do see, there's another Clash Blaster. Oh, I have to outclash them. Oh, it's so on. It's funny because one thing I found interesting was the amount of people who said that someone else using their weapon was their most hated weapon to fight against. Reflux, because as a Flux main myself, as you lose a fight to another Flux, you two are immediately rivals for the rest of the match, and that is too much emotional weight for me because I'm just trying to enjoy a nice round. I have to outclash the Clash, but think like a Clash because I'm sure that they clash more than I clash. They don't know. What do you mean they knew? Get canceled! Yes, I got the Clash, let's go! These matches went on for a little while, one after another with no luck. Show me the money. What do you mean your bank account's empty? I thought I had Zuka. I was ready to let this dude have it. I say as I can't aim. I say as I aim, let's go, redemption! I hate Zuka. I even got the Freshness 3 badge for Clash Blaster. Yeehaw. But I just had to keep trying. I needed to see why people hated every version of this weapon. How people spam it and get nothing done. How the latency of the attacks never line up with the visuals. But then, something catastrophic happened. Because when I finally encountered the Golden Goose, ain't no way I forgot to push record. I'm not doing that again. I'm done using this weapon. We'll go and watch, the freaking replay. The second most hated weapon in Splatoon 3 is... Blobber. Not gonna lie, this surprised me. I had no idea people disliked this weapon so darn much for it to make second place. But honestly, that pales in comparison to the amount of people who voted for first place. But before we get to that, I want to highlight the runner-ups. Now, these weapons didn't make the top 3, but people still despise them nonetheless. Arrow Spray, I came to play Splatoon, not dodge the bleout bomb. Fight me 101, come on! Ninja Squid carbon rollers are the bane of my existence.
Paintbrush.
I hate blue pencil. There is no weapon that makes my blood boil such as this one. Specifically, the blue one. I could care less about the red one. Definitely Dynamo Roller.
Any Splatlings, but especially Hydra Splatling.
It is miserable to fight, and as someone who plays backline and gets outranged, outpainted, and out DPS'd by this thing, it makes me want to rip out my own spine and turn it into literal jelly.
But cephalopods don't have-
It makes me want to explode into a million pieces. Splattershot Jr.
Tri-sloshers, they're just annoying.
Splattershot and its 100% skill required, Zuka. You know, with all these weapons being thrown out left and right, I'm glad my main hasn't shown up on anybody's. Gals. They ride their splash walls like it's their lifeline.
52 Gal, I hate fighting them.
52 Gal feels extremely unfair to play against.
Man, I can't have nothing in Splatsville.
Then get put back together by all the King's seahorses and all the King's men just to f***ing explode again. If I ever see a pencil player try to talk to me, I get furious. Well, while they're going off, I just want to say thank you to Twinkle for becoming a recent Hype Squad hero and supporting the channel. And by the way, I stream most Saturdays at 12 p.m. CST right here on YouTube. So if you're digging these vibes, I think you'll also enjoy- Are you having an ad break in front of me? After changing to the Deco Blob that my teammate was using from the last match, it was finally time to quest for the most hated weapon in Splatoon 3. You know, that's a weapon I've been hearing a lot today. Why do you hate it the most?
I can never sneak up on them or outmaneuver them.
Because they aren't actually participating in the game.
They are a nightmare because 90% of the maps have no flanks.
If I had the power to remove one weapon from Splatoon, I would remove it. So just what is this weapon that everyone hates the most? Well, imagine if we get it first try. Come on, do it for the bit. Do it for the bit. Do it for the bit, please. Yes! We got it! First try! It's my teammate! That's right. By an overwhelming landslide, E-Leader is the most hated weapon in Splatoon 3. So naturally, I had to try it out for one match. Listen, I'm a casual Splat Charger enjoyer. I like the class, but I'm not exactly great with it. And E-Leader? Not my first pick, or my 12th. But I don't particularly hate it. Honestly, all I want to do is be able to get a single splat in this next match, and I'd take that as a victory. Alright. Come on, I just want one good hit on one person. I just want one hit. Oh, I have beacons.
Wait a minute, CJ.
Huh?
What weapon do you hate fighting against?
Well, honestly, I gotta say,